I think I'm live. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel. This is an impromptu live stream. It's time for me to have dinner, but I know Lisa is coming on later, and I missed my stream on Sunday. So I thought that's Lisa, My Eclectic Life. So I thought I'm going to pop on, kind of update everyone, eat my dinner. I mean, Janet Nash does tea time. So, hi, Mina. How are you? Pardon my slurping. I just wanted to pop on a little bit before Lisa comes on later. And I just said to my husband, I'm just going to pop on real quick, have my dinner, work on a little project that I'm working on here. You know, as a YouTuber, or as they say, what do they call us? Content creator. As soon as you miss one of your streams, oh, good, we can have dinner together. Your channel really takes a nosedive. And I'm trying so hard to get into a regular routine. Sometimes it's just not easy. I'm having what we call chicken square. It's a hi, Aunt Beck. I know, right? And you work so hard to keep an even keel, and you miss one stream, and whew, it really nosedives. So this is zucchini that he breaded, and then this is a crescent biscuit laying out flat, and then he puts a chicken filling in there and wraps it up like a little pouch and bakes it. Right. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for asking, Lisa. He's fine. He feels fine. He felt fine when he went to the hospital. We just didn't know what was going on. His blood pressure is back to normal. He still has a funny feeling in his arm, but they did all the tests, and in his heart, everything looks good there. The ER doctor wants him to follow up with his primary because he discovered they call them PVCs, premature vascular contraction. So he's having extra heartbeats, but he said sleep apnea can cause that. So he recommends that he have a sleep apnea test done. So we've got to get that scheduled. But yeah, he's feeling fine. And he's hungry because he made dinner. I'm the resident slug. All right, so let me put my dinner. Let me see. I'm running out of room here. My son is called, not my son, our son is called 3 times in the last hour and a half. I just called again. I said, well, he's going to have to wait. I just clicked the button. I'm going to stream. Mina's having chicken salad. I do love breaded zucchini. Okay, so the last time I streamed, I was building this book. Hi, April. Nice to see you. Yes, it's good they haven't found anything. He was working out in the yard making these little walls to put around our air conditioning unit. So he could have pulled something, and that could be what the pain was from. And it was just not even pain, it was discomfort. And he does have high blood pressure, and he's on medication for that. But his pressure was elevated. And, he's 70. So when you talk to the doctor on call from our primary. Hi, Angie Brown. Ange, I could not keep up with you. You and my younger sister have what we call in my house a life. You're always out. Don't OD on that Mexican spinach dip. I'm still hungry for that. So when you talk to the doctor on call, she said, you're probably fine, but just go let them check you out. Make sure. All right, so I was building these little pockets and I made the gussets. This is a lightweight chipboard. I had these, what I call pillow pockets. I have quite a few of these. And some of you may remember. So I cut those down. Well, what I realized when I went to try to finish this up, I should have been putting gussets in between all of them, not just the folded ones that are connected, because it would give me more pockets. Of course, they didn't all have a floor. Some of them would be the spine of the book. So I started to add, you can see from this end, I started to add, see, this is the one I glued together. I should have left that open. So I started to add gussets in between. So now I have extra. And I put my end flaps on, which I'm going to glue here. And then I decided to put little pockets here. This is a belly band. I did that on both ends. And then I thought, well, why don't I cover this? I painted some black because I was just going to stick that down. And it wasn't quite enough to cover the white part of the book. Hi, Gail. So I think I'm going to put, I am going to put matching cardstock here. And then just glue the edges. So this can then, if I want it to be another pocket, this will sit in the spine. This will glue down this way. And then I can close the book, put it on a shelf. And I'm going to run ribbons to close the individual little pockets because Marty had suggested, I hope Marty pops in. I've been thinking about Marty, how she's feeling. And then I don't know, I might put an eyelet. I might need to put an eyelet in some kind of a tie closure. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll put a piece of fabric down the back of this and just make it look cool. Hi, Dixie. Nice to see you. So that's the update on that. It's not finished yet. And I did find some reinforcement rings. I didn't find my Tim Holtz ones. So I put reinforcements around my little hole punches. Yeah, so that's almost finished, which is good for me. A lot of times I don't even finish stuff. I just get ideas and then I get it partway done and not finished. Now I'm sure you can tell my desk is a mess. I did straighten it up a little bit. And I am, hey Jen, nice to see you. Hey Jen, have you talked to or heard from Marty? I was wondering how she made out and how she's feeling. I don't know what she had done, but I know you girls said she was had to have some surgery or something, and I'm just curious. Is she doing okay? How's she feeling? Oh, you saw her this morning, Gail? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about her the other day, and I thought, oh, I don't know anybody to ask. She's doing well and healing. Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Jen. That's great. Okay, well, welcome to everyone who's coming in. And if you should happen to be new here and are watching and you figured out you can't chat because you haven't subscribed, I haven't marked that you need to subscribe and be subscribed, I think, for 5 minutes before you can join and chat, because the bots have just been really out of control. And I don't mind so much a bot, but the last couple bots we've had have really been offensive. So I do apologize for that, but hang in there. 5 minutes isn't too long. Go get a drink, have a tinkle, come back, and your 5 minutes would be done, right? Come on in and chat. All right. So in another stream, I was making envelopes out of some cardstock, some paper, and some of the envelopes that I made are like this. And I put them together with pieces of fabric, thinking that you could put this with a signature. And then have a couple of decorative pocket envelopes in your signature. No, I have no plan. I'm just making parts. Well, actually, yes, I'm planning to maybe send it to the market. So the idea is you would have your pages of your signature. See, these would be like your folios, and then you would nestle that in and then stitch. See, and then this would be part of your signature. Because a lot of times if you make a pocket or an envelope and you put them in your journal, you either have to glue them down, and sometimes both sides are pretty. So how do you decide? And then if you want to glue an envelope down this way, this little piece of cheesecloth's getting stuck to everything. Okay. Hugs, Ange. Thanks, Ange. So I was trying to think of a way that I could use envelopes and have both sides and put them in a book. Hey, Jude, nice to see you. So this is one I did. And I have to put more stuff in the pocket, the pocket part. And I think I'm going to leave this one fairly plain on the inside. Just has a little bit of stuff. Now I did a couple, see the other ones, I thought I brought them out. See, this is one I did during the stream. Now this was just book page paper. From a gardening book. And this I put the fabric this way. You can slide stuff in the pocket there. Just did a few little things here. And did that on the back. All right. Now some here amongst my mess, I thought I had brought out my I have some of that bee paper from Graphic 45. And I made a couple and decorated them. And they turned out really cute too, if I do say so myself. But alas, I don't know where I put them. I thought I just carried them out. I was so focused on grabbing my dinner plate, I guess I left them in there. The other things I've been making were other little pockets. Oh, here's one. Okay, here's one. So this is the graphic 45B paper. I don't know exactly what it's called. You know, what the collection is called. So I have a little pocket on the front. This is your envelope. I just did a belly band so you could tuck that in if you wanted. What do I have in here? A couple of cards. And then I can put ephemera in here too, you know, just stuff them up. Stuff them up. This is a little tile that I had made a while ago. Had my stash. So you can get as clever, you know, as you want. Look, here's a little pocket. And then this is the one I had said, if you do these, you have to, if it's got words on it, you have to be aware of which way your letters, the words are going. I know this paper is so pretty. I love graphic 45. And I didn't think about that. So on this particular pattern, the words were upside down. So I put a button here to cover up the upside down words. Shh, don't tell anyone. And then I had to put this stamp from the collection there because the words were upside down. And I just have a little tag in there. Try to coordinate the fabrics to work with it. So again, the idea is these are envelopes where you can see all sides and use it in your signature. And then I had happened upon, or someone had mentioned, a gal by the name of Susie, who turns out, I didn't realize at first, but turns out to be a maker for Tim Holtz. Can you imagine? She's called Susie Shabby something. Hold on. It's not Shabby something. It's Shabby. Wait a minute. I can check my history. History, because I was just in there. History. Was it yesterday? Susie Shabby Soul. Her stuff is, I mean, amazing. Okay. So, I mean, of course, I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming that if you're a maker for Tim Holtz, okay, you get all the stuff, right? I know, right, Gail? But they're so stinking cute, and they've got all the little bits and bobs, you know. But she does use some other stuff. But she's very clever. And, of course, her little books are chock full, and she enables me. Shocker, right, girls? All right, now I'm going to use something in a little while that if you don't want to be enabled, I'll give you a heads up, and you can, you know, scurry off and get a drink or have a potty break. But Susie is definitely an enabler. But the way they layer and do things, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Anyway, so I had made some other envelopes when I was making envelopes. And Susie has a video where she does the tab binding, they call it. And you can make these little books, right? So this is what I've been working on. Now I need to get a little better at it. One video I watched, it wasn't Susie. She said be cautious and don't get your tabs too tight. Now mine could be a little tighter. But I'm thinking once I put some stuff in the pockets, perhaps it'll tighten them up a little bit, you know, because they'll be chunkier. So this one I still have, is this the one I've been working? No, this one I still have to do something on the back. So I'll just take you through. All right, so I made several little envelopes on my little envelope maker. And this is Tim Holtz paper. And Susie said, you know, you can use different sizes. So I figured, hey, why not try that? I think for my level of skill, it would have been better if I used all the same size, just saying. So I just started to rip and tear some stuff apart. This is the first time I used like this inside of a heavy corrugated cardboard thing. So I thought that, looked cool. Now you made it as a little pocket. Now I don't have the envelope stuffed. This, I think, needs a little something else. You'll see as I'm getting better as I go along, because I had said this before. I don't know how you gals are, but when you're making something, you kind of get in a groove. So you might struggle a little bit at first and try to feel your way and get into a rhythm. But once you get started and you get, pulling out your little bits and dig into some boxes and figure out what you have to use, it gets going. You get into a groove. So this envelope is a vellum envelope, and it's got that cute bird on it. So I wasn't sure I wanted to do too much on there. So that might just be it. I might just put something else there. But like I said, I still have to cut cards and do pockets. So this flower, and then just, inked up a tag, put on some fun torn fabric. And I'm using some of my hoarded Tim Holtz bits. Yes, my name is Lori, and I am a craft hoarder. Yeah, craft supply hoarder. Using some of his little words. And these all, pop open because they're envelopes. Popped out the little film there. Thanks, Jen. It's a little pocket here. I'm still struggling a little bit with the vellum. Not sure what to do for this side, but it needs to have something. The back side of this vellum one, I think, is okay. So just put down some book paper, and I had a half of a pocket. So I can use that as a pocket, and then I didn't glue it all the way down. So behind it, I can tuck something. See, Susie, when she does all this stuff, she's got stuff that flips out and little tucks and little, So I'm not that clever. And then I was working on something the other day. Oh, I know. Did any of you watch any of the hashtag Second Saturday /7 videos that went live Saturday afternoon? It was my month to pick the 7 pieces, and I did the same idea with 2 business reply envelopes. But I just decorated the front half. And after I got done my video and I watched it back to make sure, everything was kosher, I thought, oh, I should have scraped on some gesso or some white paint. So that's what I did on this one. See, sometimes you think of something after the fact, but then you can go back and scrape it. Now, I punched a hole here. Now, I punched the hole before, not before I put the envelope together. So I didn't have much of an option. So I just punched a hole in the flap. And then I used some of the film out of here, out of the slide projector thing. And then I had a piece of card. I think somebody named Sarah or Sarita I had ordered something from, and she sent this as a little thank you tag. So I cut that apart because I wanted to hide the back of that piece of film, stuff. So I still have the back of this one to do. And then today I was working on this one. So I got a little ticket sticking in there. This is just a little flimsy ticket. So I might change that out because that's a little hard to get in and out. And again, I don't have my envelopes stuffed yet. But, you know, the more and more you go, now I'm very happy with this page. Hey, Brenda D. She's watching. Brenda's watching on a tablet. She's unable to chat. Okay, sweetie. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's very kind. I really kind of like how this one turned out. I just last minute decided to throw that little gal in there. And this is one of Tim's bugs that has all the layers. It's a die cut, and you cut out all the bits. Well, I cut out a bunch of them, never used them. Now, this is a pocket here. I just got to find something skinny enough to stick in there. I haven't done that yet. And this is where I left off when I thought, I'm going to pop on, have my dinner with the girls, and finish this up and maybe start working on the next one. But I got to do the back of that as well. So I just popped down those flowers. Now, this is full disclosure. If you're easily enabled, you may want to go get a drink, have a potty break, turn down the sound or something, because you may be enabled. Because I was enabled. Colleen, she is now CK Art, formerly known as the Scrap Chick. I'm Kathy Berg from the Kathy Berg channel. Those gals are major enablers for me. And they were working, I think the lady's name is Karen Tamir, perhaps. She does some awesome stuff. They were doing a particular project. I think that's when I saw this. And they used something called, right, Lisa? They are enablers. Thank you, Jude. This is by Ranger. It's Tim Holtz Distress Foundry Wax. It's got a little shaker ball in it. So I was enabled. I purchased it. Forgot I purchased it. And then I just purchased some re-inkers that I needed. And I went to put them away. You already have it, Lisa? You're safe. And then I realized, oh, you've got those wax things that you can use. And I'd never used them before. Now, really, if you want to know how to really use these, you need to get on YouTube and find Tim Holtz or somebody that knows what they're doing. But it's so cool. This is how I use it on this one. This one's called Statue, so it's like a copper. And I don't know if you can see that right above the treasure and along the edge of the page. And then I put some on the bug. And the thing is, when you put it on, it's flat. Like, it doesn't have any shine. It's the color, you know, it's like a copper color. Of course, I had to get all three. I think it's just three. Gold, silver, and they don't call it that. They call it sterling. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I lie. Maybe there's four. Gilded, which would be the gold. Mind, which I don't know what color the mind is. I wonder how different them. Maybe we should do a test. Why, Lori, that is a wonderful idea. Somewhere I have a sterling. What did I do with the sterling? Did I put the sterling? I can't possibly have put the... Hey, Kathy C. I can't possibly have put the sterling away, did I? I did. All right, so here's the sterling, gilded, mind, and statue. I think it's the mind I was using because that looks more copper. Let's do a test of the American Broadcasting System. But I was thinking it would look cool to put some in that flower. Now, I've just been squirting it on, which probably is not the best idea, and I have used a Q-tip. So I'm going to get this piece of white card that I have sitting right here to the left. Now, okay, Aunt Beck, thanks for popping in. I appreciate that. And you want to make sure the shaker ball is really sailing around in there. Okay. So this one is statue. Let's try this one first. And I just have these Q-tips. I thought it would be a great idea to have a Q-tip. I have a long stick, and I thought I was getting like, 50 of them. And I ended up with 1,000. I didn't check out the hat video yet, I'm sure, because Aunt Beck has showed her hats before. They are really nice. All right, so I'm going to... See, I hate to waste stuff, so I don't want to put a whole lot out. But I'm just going to scrape that down and lump it. It's more of a brass-looking color. Now I'm going to try... This is the mind. I want to spread some out, but I want to leave some thick so you can see what it does. Gilded. Now, I don't know a lot about the waxes and stuff. Yes, that's an idea. Very good idea. So this one is statue. This one is mind. Now I'm going to do gilded and sterling. Gilded. Now, Tim said they dry very quickly, which they do. See, that's already dry. So I'm thinking, like, if you had something embossed and you wanted to put this, like, brush this across the top of the embossing, you have to work quick. Now, he may have a tip for that. Now my sterling, I don't hear the little shaky ball yet. Now, I think when Kathy Berg first used her, she didn't realize she had to shake it. And I don't think it maybe didn't work as well the first time. So you got to make sure. See, now you can hear that little shaky ball. Yeah, I haven't used the sterling yet. But like he's got those 3D embossed folders, like a butterfly and all that jazz. This stuff would look awesome on that. Okay. So I don't know how well you can see, but they are the color, and you can see the color, but they're flat. Now I'm hoping my camera will let you see what's going to happen. So then you take your heat gun and you heat your heat gun up, and then you hit it with your heat gun. I hope you can see. Can you see? It puts the shine in. Oh, there maybe you can see. See, it just shines it right up. Jen likes the Prima waxes. See, I don't have any of them. Do they work the same way? You have to heat them up? So when I was enabled and bought them, I really didn't even know what they did. So like in the one little thing here, on this little button, I scraped some on the button and then hit it with the heat gun. And that looks really cool. And then I'd scrape some on the side of this frame. So I've been using those a little bit. Oh, the Finnabar. Is it Finnabar or Finnabear? Finnabear? You don't have to heat them, they just pop on their own. Cool. Okay, so now I'm thinking I want to put the, see, because there's some pinks and stuff down in here. So I just thought for fun I'd put some in. And the thicker you put it in, you know, the cooler it looks to me. So I'm just trying to squish some in here. Here, there, and everywhere. And it does dry quick. Jean Gibson. Hello, my friend. My friend Jean is on vacation visiting with her sister, and they're shopping and having a great time. Thanks for popping in, Jean. Ron's feeling good, Jean. I know you're probably wondering. Hi, bye. Okay. So we'll put those guys up there. And then I was thinking about putting some on that one. I have a button sitting here. Might look cool to put one on. All right, let's see. Let's heat her up. Heat it up. I don't know if you can tell. I love things that are shiny. I love glitter. I love it. Yeah, he has to see about getting a sleep apnea test, but he's usually good with that stuff. So we'll get that done and then see what's what. So cool, right? And then it's hard. All right. So I thought I would just decorate or start decorating the back, or so I can get this project off my plate. Now here's one more. Now these These are really different sizes. And this one is a pocket that is long and narrow, opens at the bottom. That one opens at the bottom. I don't know why I did that. So these will be a little different for me to decorate. See, and I do have a wiggle. Now they recommend, more tabs than not. You probably should have at least 3 tabs. But they are cute, and this is fun. So they're a bit different. Yeah, it's like a metallic embossed product, but yet it's not powder, it's liquid when you put it on. And I guess you can leave it dull. Maybe it would rub off. Maybe it doesn't turn permanent until you heat it. I'm not sure. I have to go watch Timmy. All right, I'm having another bite. All right, so I have the back. Oh, this bite's really big. I don't want to be rude. All right, so I got the back of this guy. What do I have in here? Oh, here's another. Oh, here's the other ones I was talking about. They were buried. I didn't show you these, right? These are just 2 envelope ones to go in with your signature. I didn't load the pockets yet. And that's the graphic 45. I know, right, Jen? I mean, but can you imagine being a maker for him and getting a box? I mean, I'm assuming this is how it works. I'm assuming that they send them samples of their product lines when they come out and tell them to make stuff with it, right? I think I did see that. Are they all like in one big? I watched a little bit of him on Saturday when he does his live thing. But if I was a Tim Holtz maker, or really pretty much any of them, but I mean, I just love the Tim Holtz stuff. I just do. Can you imagine getting that box or package in the mail? I'd be screaming all the way back from the mailbox. Okay, just saying. All right. All right, now this I had made a little envelope before. I did put Velcro on here because it's got a little wooden heart, and I was having a hard time getting that to close. And it's got a little, I probably should put a tab on there, a little avocado dyed paper in there. So I think that's pretty good. These are pretty full. So now I just need to do something for the back. And I've just kind of thrown most of my scraps that I'm working with in a tray. And then the other day I was showing, this was an idea from, oh, thanks, Mina. Oh, Nettie's here. Hi, Nettie. Oh, Jen won a giveaway? Congrats. That's wonderful. Laura Sullivan, I think she's Jersey Laura now. She was Jersey Crafter. She, this is where I heard this idea. Where you just get these at the dollar store. And of course you could put them in a binder. I put mine together just with the binder rings, and I've got different things in the different pockets, right? So I have a lot of my Timmy stuff in here. So let's see what I can use. If I get any ideas for this back cover. Just pull out a few things, and then I usually just throw them in the tray. Now, one thing that Susie, Shabby Soul, does, she rips and cuts this stuff all apart. See, I have a hard time with that. But that's how she gets that cool look that she does in the layering that she gets. Oh, see, now this is cool because this can stick up above. That's cool. But see, that'd cover the whole thing. The whole thing. Look at that. I mean, he does have such neat stuff. And like Murray is always saying, when you spend the money and buy something of his, you get a lot in the package. You really get a lot in the package. Okay, that kind of goes with the color of that back page. My problem is I so often forget that I have this stuff. And then I keep moving. You know, we all have the same problem. I keep moving stuff around. And I forget where. Oh, that's pretty. I keep forgetting where I put it. I'm looking for like, yeah, something like that, like a little label. It's a paper domino. Okay, I think I want a strip of fabric too. Oh, look at that flower. I know I have more of this stuff other places too. I just don't know where I have it stored. I don't know how many times I try to just rip one side. I did rip something earlier. It might be enough for one day. I know, like I have more of this Tim stuff other places. I don't know how many times I bought the field notes stuff because I thought they were cool and forgot I had already bought them. Heavens, 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 heavens. And if you go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any of those, sometimes you can get them on sale. You know, if you get them at Amazon, you're just paying whatever price you're paying. Okay. I think I need to find. I did have a piece of fabric I thought I might like to use. I found some pieces of canvas. Oh, you do that too, Gail? I mean, it's just, oh, look here. I made a little tag. I forgot to use it. Then I started with saving all this weird stuff off of packaging. Oshkosh. See, that's going to look cool somewhere. And I bought, have you seen these? I bought the Timmy fabric bits. And the main reason I did that is so that I could see what they do to them and make my own. How cute is this stuff? But we can make that stuff if you have a sewing machine. Actually, you could sew it by hand. Oh, I forgot I was going to put some of that wax stuff on a button. Oh, goodness. I have some green gingham. Well, I guess it's gingham. I don't know. It's like a checked fabric. Maybe I don't want green so much, but this is like a piece of canvas I found somewhere. Piece of coffee dyed muslin. This is a Beth Schuler tip. This is one of those bins you get all those animal crackers in. And I used to keep my bits. Oh, there's a piece of it. In some other container. And Beth said, you know, if you keep it in a container like this, you can stuff a lot in there. Plus, you can see when you're rummaging around. And she is exactly right. So thank you, Beth. And I got to eat the cookies. Double score. Double score. All right, let's see. I don't think I have too much in blue, and I've mostly got green going here. Let's see. So I just kind of fuss around. Oh, you keep all your snippets of threads? I was just watching now. What's this gal's name? Susan Baker Taylor. Susan Taylor Baker. She does the cloth. She probably does a lot of stuff. But the thing I saw her, she does the Just Because cloth books that are to die for. And why was I telling you that? Oh yeah, threads. She saves all of her threads. You watch her, Gail? She saves all of her threads. And so that's what I've started to do that too, because then you just bunch them up and glue them in a pile. And my gosh, it just, it looks fabulous. It looks fabulous. Okay, I think I want to stamp on this piece of fabric. I don't think any of my inks are juicy enough. And I have it's called, it's a Stampin' Up! French script stamp. I took it off the big block. I have a couple of these. One I left on the block. And I've abused this one. I'm going to see if I can get that on there and have it look half decent. Now I'm going to get my mouse pad. This is the ugly one, not the Elvis one. I don't know where my Elvis mouse pad is, because this gives me a little bit of a cushion. I could re-ink. Is anybody an expert re-inker? I watched Tim Holtz re-ink once. I got all my StazOn re-inkers except for black. I found a girl on Etsy that had a really good price, but she didn't have black. She was out of black. So let's see. I think I want that to be black. If not, I can stamp on something else. I just don't think my Distress ink is going to do the trick. Now I have some extra paper here that I like to stamp off on and just test it. Oh, Mina's got to leave. Bye, Mina. Thanks for coming in. Okay, sweetie, hugs. All right, let's see. What did I get? I know I got a ganache. That's a dark brown. Here we go. All right, so this is stays on. This is how I saw. Now, this was years ago, so he may do it differently now. This is how Mr. Holtz re-inks his ink pad. Yes, Jen. Jen's a genius, like Mr. Holtz. So this is stays on, as many of you know that are watching. I don't know about the replayers. You may not know, but stays on, stays on. Once it dries, it's permanent, which is Faberuni. So you just put some on your ink pad. Now, you see how dry this one is? It's going right in. Going right in. But he puts it on his pad, and then he moves it around. Scrapes it out to the edges. Jen, do you store yours upside down? And Nettie watched Timmy too. Yeah. Can you imagine any of you girls that have a channel and you do lives or whatever? Can you imagine you're working away and one day Tim Holtz pops in and you're talking about him and his stuff and you're calling him Timmy? I would squeal like a schoolgirl. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. All righty, that should work. We'll see, it doesn't have to be perfect because the less perfect it is, the cooler it is. You don't? Okay. I feel guilty when they say store them upside down, but I like to be able to see what the name is. Okay, so that's cool. All right. So now I'm going to grab the back of my book. Let's start with that right there. I'm not going to, glue everything down yet. I'm going to wait to see how I want things laid out and what I'm really going to use. I want to create some kind of a pocket on the back here. Might leave that hang off a little bit. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of cool, Nettie. All right, here we go. Oh, see, they make it's not easy to tear them. Oh, see, I always tear it. I hear Maria from Maria's Miscellany saying, don't tear it. Tear it the other way. I had no idea about there was a right and a wrong way to tear. She can always learn something, right? Oh, that was a little painful, I gotta say. It was a little painful. That's true, Gail. Depends on which way you tear it. Yeah, my husband is Ron, and his family always called him Ronnie. I've never called him Ronnie, unless I'm being, silly. But he didn't seem to mind. Or my brother-in-law Bob, we always called him Bob, but his sisters and his mom and all, they used to all call him Bobby. All right, let's ink. Inky dink. All right, so I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to put my fabric. I did, I made it. My heart's beating a little on the quick side. A little bit quick. I'm not eating much of my dinner. Maybe I should do this more often. And I'm going to put that there because I want that behind the pocket. I should have probably gotten out my S paste, but I'm going to try to get this to the edges. I just made a cup of coffee. I had a nap, and then I made coffee. I'll probably listen to the Phillies game while I watch Lisa. All right. I always have to double check myself because there have been times when I put glue on the wrong spot. Gail said, "Oh, speaking of hearts, I had an appointment with a cardiologist today. He said your EKG is abnormal, but not exciting." And I replied, "Well, that's me, all right. Abnormal and not exciting." Gail. So Nettie's in Illinois on 99. Ugh, heat act. 110. Ooh, it was hot where in Murray's house the other night. I haven't been outside. My husband said he let the dog out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And said that it was quite humid. Quite humid. We didn't go round to the pool today. Perhaps tomorrow we shall. Okay, so that's it so far. Now I have a little tag here that I made earlier. It might look cute tucked in there like that, but I think I want a little... I want a little label of some sort. Janet Nash. He's doing well. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, all the tests came back normal. Although I think he still does have extra heartbeats. So the ER doctor would like him to have a sleep apnea test because he said sometimes that can cause that to happen and give you the extra heartbeats. So he's got to follow up on that. I don't know. What do you think about that? Just an airmail. See, and that could be another little like belly band. Or should I do something not so contrast as far as, color scheme? What do y'all think? Janet, I'm having dinner while I'm, yeah, he didn't sleep. He didn't sleep. I was telling my sisters, like, when you go to the hospital, you never sleep well. Okay. They come in, they take your blood pressure every hour. And of course, you have a roommate to come and take their pressure as well. When the person came in to take his roommate's blood pressure, I kept banging the blood pressure cart into my husband's bed. So he was not only getting woken up when his pressure was being checked, but also his roommates. So he came home, had something to eat, and took a nap yesterday. And of course, I was on and off asleep all night, so I had a nap as well. I don't know, I think I kind of like the different color. So I think I'm going to go with that. The other thing that I've been trying to do too is a lot of the girls have been, and I have them, I just don't use them, is these Stabilo All pencils. I know, right? And my husband has issues anyway. If he doesn't sleep well, he's just doesn't feel great. He is an individual who needs his sleep. I can generally function on less sleep. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the mom thing. I don't know. My granddaughter finished first grade. She's moving on up. So I'm just taking that Stabilo All pencil and going around that flower. Now I'm going to take a water brush, if I remember where I put it. And we'll see if we can give this. Some of these brushes I got from Jane Davenport, and do you know hers twist off different than the ones I get that are made in the USA. Isn't that funny? I had a heck of a time one time getting one to go, and my husband said, well, you got to twist it the other way. And I'm like, what? Some things just never occur to me. All right, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of cool, huh? Something different. I'm going to try all this stuff. I'm going to try it. You just got to try it. Hey, Mikey. Okay, now I'm thinking I'm going to put some of that foundry wax along the side here. And what did I want to put down there? I think I want to put some other stuff up in here. Might as well load it up. Janet's at her desk puttering around. Janet, I just love your wonky hearts and your wonky houses. I was so looking forward to visit you because I wanted to see you in person making those wonky houses. My bonus grandbaby is a year today. I wish I were there. Okay, what else was I going to do? I was going to put something else here. I think that's a little too big. Let's see what else I have here that I can fashion for a little. Oh, how about a little. I know, right? Oh, well. Oh, well. So all we can say is, oh, well. It kind of looks cute. Let's have a little washi there. I could have met Freddie. I'm going to wrap that right around. Well, no, maybe I'll just go right like that here. I know, Yaya. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Okay. And my ticket's coming out. Let's get that, scoot that guy back in there. That little tag can go back in there. I know I had an old, goodness me. Well, how about one of these? Ooh, look. But I could grunge that up, right? What's Kathy say? Kathy laid out things for a specimen card. I haven't ever tried a specimen card, but started slow stitching ATC coins and then working on my scroll and now knitting. I've been paper crafting so much I'm ready for textiles, I guess. I bounce all around. To me, that's fun. I do certain things at my desk, and then at night when I go in to sit in front of the television, usually not interested in what my husband is watching. He watches, I gotta say, guys, he watches some weird stuff. Gail says, I miss my two little grandsons, not so little anymore, actually, and I hope to spend some time with them real soon. We got our second COVID booster shots, so we're going to chance it. Very good. Okay, you should be fine, Gail. They've had COVID go through their house twice. They're not vaccinated. Yeah, my daughter has had it go through. They are vaccinated, but they've had, well, the kids aren't because they're little. They've had it go through twice. My daughter's a school teacher, so I think she brings home most of what they get. I'm going to see if I can pinch this. This had a little pearl on it. I'm going to see if I can get. Oh, that was easier than I thought. Okay. Now, I don't want that to stick out like a sore thumb, so I'm going to grunge that a bit. I keep forgetting to cap up my glue. Let me see. What time is it here? It's almost 6 o'clock. Lisa comes on. Her time is Central. Is it not? Her time is Central. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, what are you knitting, Kathy? I love to knit. I'm an hour and 15 minutes from mine, and it's horrible. And of course, I've got two grands over in the UK, so I just met them last November. It's the first time I met them. It was wonderful. Wonderful. All right, I think I need a piece of cheesecloth under there. I just love cheesecloth. As a young wife, I was mesmerized by cheesecloth and how you could wrap vegetables or spices in it. And now I'm mesmerized by it with crafting and arting. Just love it. All right, I think I'm going to hot glue this on. Zip, 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 zip. I don't know if your hot glue gun makes that noise, but mine does. It's new. Zip, zip, zip. My old one didn't have any sound. Just saying. Oh, let's see. Lisa isn't on tonight? Oh. Oh, okay. Um, how about we just stop right here for a minute and I'll pray for Lisa real quick, okay? I just would really like to do that. All right. Dear Lord, we're here together. You tell us if we're gathered together, we can come before you. So I would just ask that you remove anything, any sin from me that would cause you not to hear what we request. And Father, we bring to you our sister in um, our community, Lisa. She's not going to stream tonight. We'll miss her, but Lord, she's asked for prayer. And so we don't know what's going on there. We don't need to know. We know that you know, and we know that you love her and care for her. So we just ask that you would wrap your arms around her, meet her needs, and pray that all is well and that we will see her soon on the tube and get to spend some time with her then. For it's in your name that we pray. Amen. Thank you, ladies. Um, My granddaughter will be 6 and grandson 10 in July. My granddaughter just turned 7 and my grandson just turned 4. When in Missouri, they are in and out all the time. I love that. Aw. You know, I need to ask my husband if he took my hot glue gun. When I cleaned recently, I can't find it. And I know I had one, just haven't used it in years. I use my hot glue gun a lot. But see, I paint on light bulbs and then dress them and put hats and stuff like that on them. And so I use my hot glue gun really a lot. Knitting washcloths. Okay, cool, Kathy. I just sent some to the market. They're not popular though, girls. I did some shaped in a flower shape. They're probably not practical, but they look real cute. See, the thing with the knitted or the crocheted washcloths for me is that they're real thick. So there's a company called Hobie, and they have a lighter weight cotton fabric. So I've been making mine out of that, and I like them a lot better because they're not real heavy. They're a lighter weight. Okay, so let's see. You know what? I have a button that I put here. It's kind of a cool, just plain, what I call silky. It's got a really nice finish. I have a hard time using my buttons, ladies. I have a hard time. Look how cool that button is. It's just plain, but it's delightful to touch. Now, throughout this little book, I've been using the Mind. Yeah, the Mind foundry wax. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a little bit of that foundry wax on this button and then attach it up here in this corner. And then my back page is going to be done. So let's try that. Well, now I can watch my ball game and not feel guilty that I want to also listen to Lisa. Whoa, I got a lot on there. I don't think I want that much on there. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo. Well, that's not the best job, Laura. Not the best job. All right, so wisdom tells me that I should take my button. All right, Gail, take care. Have a great evening. Thanks for being here. I'm going to put my button on my tweezers. So when I heat this up, I don't burn my fingers. I don't know if you girls are going to be able to see it. There it goes. There it goes. All right. Now, I don't like to have buttons without thread in them. So I'm going to take a piece of this twine. And I usually like to untwist this so it's really thin. Sometimes I leave it heavier, so it's a little clunkier. I need to get my new set of nails on. I have nails sitting waiting to get put on. And I keep forgetting to do it. Now, like I said, I have to fill these up with cards and goodies yet. I'm just decorating, really decorating. Okay. And I think I'll probably need something underneath this. Oh, that's still warm. Underneath this little button. Maybe I need a piece of that crocheted lace. So now I have all this cotton fabric yarn, cotton yarn really, to make all these dishcloths, and I don't need a million of them. So I'm wondering if I just start making granny squares, all the different, I don't have a lot of colors, but I've got a handful of colors. They all kind of work together. So I'm wondering if I just start making some granny squares. My big clunky fingers can't tie up. I'm thinking I want a little bow here. I never really made a granny square throw or anything, so it might be nice to have one made of cotton. Maybe I don't need anything underneath there because I've got the fabric. So I think I'm going to glue that down, and I think I'm going to say this one's finished. Well, at least I think it's finished. I should probably go back around. I mean, as far as decorating. Let me cap up my foundry wax. I'm going to have to try that on an embossed piece. Okay, so I'm not crazy about this. This is one of those lightweight printed. Maybe I'll do this one. Printed tickets. There's just no body to it, and it kind of. Thank you, Janet. I put that foundry wax on it, which is really cool stuff. I'm going to have to watch Timmy and see what else he does with it. Those glazes he uses. He was on Saturday, Tim Holtz was, when he does his live, he was showing a bunch of different cards and projects that his makers had done. So I want to make sure I ink the back of these cards too. I was going to say, I wonder if you take suggestions well. I mean, how much more would it cost to print this stuff where the back of it's not stark white? Because most of us, even him, well, I guess a lot of us glue it down. But if you want to use it as a tag, or you can journal on the back, right? And then I was thinking, get a load of this with the dolls, okay? The little cutouts, the little cutout people, the paper dolls. How much more would it cost for them to print those on a paper where you don't get that shocking white edge? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, girls? Where's my box of dolls? Where's a good one? Where's a good one? Like when you look at them, see that sticks out like a sore thumb to me. Like if you're going to use him on a project, you're going to take all that time to ink everything and layer everything, and it's hard to ink those edges. I'm saying charge me a few more cents. And don't use the white paper. Can't be, you know what, when they're making them and they have to buy the materials in such large quantities to print them. Come on, okay? I'm just saying, come on. I don't know, maybe it's me. I know I tend to be a bit odd. All right, so here's this one. And these are my envelopes that I made from paper that I liked. This is Tim Holtz paper. I don't know what collection, but I need to fill, you know, the envelopes with cards and such. I love the 3D bug. This is kind of boring here. Don't you think? A bit boring. I need something to tuck in there. What have we got? I need something narrow and skinny. So that'll work. Let's ink this. Let's ink this black. Uh-oh, smudgers. I got me some smudgers. Now I'm going to have to add some more smudgers. You see what I'm saying, guys? Come on, right? Tim, come on, buddy. And then sometimes I saw somebody do this years ago too. Gosh, there were a couple of girls I used to watch regularly when I first started scrapbooking. I don't even know if they do it anymore. Something one of them was called my sister Cheryl, I think. She did all kinds of neat stuff. All paper. Well, that looks sufficiently cruddy. What was I going to do? I thought I was going to do something. Oh, I want to put a little, I think I want to put a little bit of glitzy bling bling there. Let's see what we have. I think I only have the red in the bigger size. I have more of this stuff somewhere, but just see. Is that it over there? Hold on, I'm going to just scoot back a little bit. You were, Jen? Oh, of course. What Jen runs scraps. So the funny thing for me was, oh, thank you, Kathy. Our parents were having a 50th wedding anniversary. And of course, this was a long, long time ago now. And we wanted to do something. Hey, Carla. Nice to see you. And I kind of took the lead. My sisters and I helped me a little bit, but we did a 12 by 12 memory book for their 50th wedding anniversary. And, oh, look, I found it. How about that, girls? Living life large. And I just, like I said earlier, I'm easily enabled. And it doesn't take long to hook me into anything that has to do with arts and crafts. It just doesn't. But I wasn't hooked. And finished the project, packed everything up in a big tub. And then our daughter was going to be getting married. And my sisters were helping us with the wedding and decorations and all that jazz. And I wanted to do something to say thank you. Oh, this might work. And I thought a picture book would be nice, but I didn't want to do the 12 by 12. So I went online and I started to find smaller books that people were making, and they were making their own books, and they were making their own covers, and they weren't using, at that time, they weren't using, well, I guess some of them were, but not anybody that I found. They weren't using, gutted book covers. They were making their own covers, and I fell in love. So I pulled out all that stuff that we had used for my parents' project, and I should go get my book. I have one book that I did for myself. I have a video of, hi Teresa, nice to see you. I mean, I had no clue that the journey that I was embarking on. And when my kids were young, I painted and did ceramics. And you never scrapbooked, Carla? I love paper. Do you want to see my book? I can go get my book. Okay. All right, Nettie. Have a good dinner. Now, my sister's books were a lot smaller. My book is a little bigger, but I have it. I do have the video on my channel. It's got thousands and thousands of views. I wish I could get that many views these days with stuff I do, but I didn't know what I was doing then, and did a lot better. you know, as far as views. But there was this one paper packet called Haberdashery. Ugh, I love the paper. And it was basically on craft colored paper. And my husband would say, yeah, they're all, Riri, hi, Ree, get the book. My husband said, yeah, but what do you do with them? So then I put my kids' pictures in the one that I created. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll go get it. I love showing it because it's got my baby's pictures in it. Okay, so I think that's a wrap, except for filling the pockets. See, they tightened up. Those little hinges have tightened up a little bit. I really could probably ink those. All right, I'm going to go grab my book. It's just in my bedroom. And I'm taking a bite of cold zucchini. It won't take me but a moment. And some of it might be falling apart. I haven't looked at it in years. She have her medicine? Okay, this is probably really dusty. And I'm trying to see, because it used to close. I wonder if it's coming undone. She's come undone. My gosh, I don't remember how I did it, how I got it to close. My children are 37 and 36. Oh my gosh, look at the dust. I'm going to try to ignore them. Well, this is the paper. It was called Haberdashery. And of course, you can see it's very big. But at the time, the only thing I had ever seen was 12 by 12 journals. So this isn't really mini. I guess I had it latched this way. But it was mini compared to, you know, the 12 by 12. And I did a couple with graphic 45 paper too that turned out really nice, but I don't know if I eventually sold those. But I just love doing this. And so I made the whole thing. Cardboard, put it all together, put the pages in, made all the pockets. And this is, I mean, this is just basic because I was just learning. So I went to Walmart and printed all my pictures that I wanted to use in the sepia. So they would all match. And this has a pull-out tag here. My goodness, let me get rid of this tray. I'm running out of room. Man, that might go. If you hear a crash, that's an accident waiting to happen right there. Hold on, let me. But I just love the paper. And then, of course, after this, I've discovered graphic 45 paper. See, now I just am noticing now this was backwards. It's right that way. There was a lady from, I don't know if she was from England. I popped this one up. Oh gosh, what was her name? I think it started with this Claire. She did stuff like this, and I would follow her and replay it and replay it. She did amazing things, and she used graphic 45 paper. Oh, here's a pull-out one. My beautiful daughter, she's the mother of my grandchildren. This little guy was trouble. He's always in trouble. Yes, you. See, he's pointing to himself. Who, me? Yes, him. See, he was crying. He was always in trouble. And there he is. See, just he's a little devil. Hey, Ray, how are you? Nice to see you. And I've got the swinging little book tags. And I put book corners on this page and popped them up. We did a lot of camping. He just really didn't want to be hugged by his sister. This is held up pretty good, though. See, he's got a hurt foot. He always was looking at keys, and if we went to the zoo, he was always checking out the, sorry to say, the backside of the animals. This one lifts up, I think, yeah. I think there was something there that I've lost. Another pocket up here. Easter. Starting to come unglued a little. We had an Awana program at our church that was crazy dress up time at Awana. We wrote all over their faces. That's before I started doing face painting. always had a book in her hand. Always a book. Always a book. And my parents had an above-ground pool. Oh my gosh, I just think they were adorable. He had bright blue eyes. Our son had bright, bright blue eyes. There's always, always, always girls in trouble. Oh, we did, Jen? I was an Awana leader. Stephanie G. Hi. We got nasty storms passed through in the area. There are 140 people without. Oh no. And wind gusts 60. Oh no. Oh good. You're okay? Oh good. And the storm is passed. I was a Awana leader for many years. My kids were small. Loved it. They loved it and I loved it. I loved the kids. And that's the last photo. And then I put the paper name. Oh, look, I left this one hanging out. Put the paper name there so I would remember. So, of course, now I would not make anything this large. But like I said at the time, this was small, you know, compared to the 12 by 12. So there you have it, my dusty journal. Oh, now I know that's gonna fall. Every available space I've got covered with jazz. Jazz. All right, so what's the story here? Okay, so you like the chunky monkey? All right, shall I do something else? Are you ready to rock and roll and get out of here? My husband just went to Bible study, so I've got a little time really before I can watch my ball game. I like to watch my ball game. They did terrible yesterday. Terrible yesterday, but they won 10 in a row. That's the Philadelphia Phillies. And I don't know. They say Lisa's not coming on. We prayed for Lisa earlier. And I know there's something else I can get into here. This is when I was doing some jelly plating. I was doing here's one. I haven't done anything with this yet. These little mini composition books. Okay, Ree. And I've been stamping and inking and jelly printing on the pages of these little journals, little composition journals. So I thought that would be, I haven't done anything in any of this yet. So I'm trying to think what I have. Kathy's going, Kathy C. Okay, she's going to finish up supper. All right, Kathy, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Have a good evening. So I'm thinking I could do something with, a page of this. And then while I was doing that, I didn't realize that these existed except for watching Judy Willingham. And she had mentioned these half composition books. Good. That's a good idea, Stephanie. Keep those things charged up in case you need them when your power goes out. Things are so many in your area without power. So this is also, I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to do with these books. But I just like the way the pages turned out. You know, now some of these, it looks like almost all of these, I did singles. You know how Tanya does those little journals? She does the little mini composition books or something like that. Janice Glines. Nice to see you. No, that's a good suggestion. These pages really aren't stuck together. And then there's that girl that I was telling you about, that Kathy Berg and Colleen were doing a project that they learned on her channel. Karen, it's not Karen, it's Karen, Keren, Timir. She does really cool stuff too. And but I forget how I did it. I wouldn't mind doing one of those pages, but I forget. I'll have to watch her video again. She like drip stuff and, you know, drip stuff, and then she like, you know, drip stuff. All right, let's see. What do I have here? Now, see all my bits and not even so much fussy cut stuff. See, this is the book I'm working on for my granddaughter. All right, so I could do a page in there too, but I'm kind of anxious to do something in that little mini. You do? I didn't realize that they had such nice and fun covers too. See, all these little bits are too large. And then when I was at the co-op, there was a gal there. I had mentioned, well, I guess I had put it in on our Facebook page, that I was looking for magazines. I didn't have any magazines. Well, there's some bits. And this one gal said, I have tons of magazines. And if you want them, I'll bring them in a little bit at a time and you can take them. You know, I don't want them back. And she had a lot of Martha Stewart and I guess Ladies Home Journal, or what's the other one? There's a garden one or something. Anyway, they had the one set of magazines had all these kinds of pictures in it. Can you see that? It's a little person and then some kind of a character animal. So, I mean, I did this a long time ago, but I could not stand to throw those pictures out. And then they were really cute pictures with flowers and different things like that. So I just started to glue them in. But see, these are all glued down. I don't think I have any. I mean, these babies are just adorable. Well, I love babies anyway. So let me see. Oh, that's cute. Maybe I could use that. So I thought I had some without getting down my big drawer. Ooh, these are cool. Pears, huh? Apples. They would look cute in that little book. Let's see what we can do with that. Oh, that might be a theme starting there. My husband works for an animal shelter, and they needed an animal to put on, I think, a greeting card. Anyway, my dog did not win. I know. I thought he was cute, but I guess he didn't look enough like Christmas. All right, so let's get this stuff. Tuck this back in here. And the other thing I have up here is, I don't know, there for a while, oh, sorry. See, I have this all above my camera. Sorry, I hit the light that's attached to the arm that holds my camera. Like in the diners around here in Jersey, there's a lot of diners in Jersey. Barber Chicken Papa Society. Hello, my friend. You can get these books, just books full of advertisements, but they're such nice pages. And then we were getting mailed these in the mail every so often. So, you know, I have plans to do, I did paint in some of these. I thought I had more, cutout stuff up here. I mean, I've got tubs of cutout stuff. I just have no place to put the tubs to open them right now, to tell you the truth. And then Dee Dee, if you're watching Dee Dee this morning, Janet, I know you were streaming, so you didn't see her. But she was talking about Juliet Crane. Well, I was going to do a family project, and everybody skipped out on me, didn't want to do the family project. And I was prepared. So maybe I can use some of those. All right, I'm just tossing my books on the floor there. All right, so I've got my little mini. And I've got some ephemera here. I don't even know. Do you call this ephemera? Just magazine. It's all floral stuff. Now, what did I do with, oh, did I throw that on the floor? I'm just going to smack myself in the head if I threw that on the floor. I just had those, well, the vegetable pictures. Did I really? Oh, girls. The older I get, the crazier I get. Should I put them back up? Heavens. I wanted to use those. Hold on. Golly sakes. Well, I got the oyster shells. I don't want the oyster shells. Now, how can things go missing that quickly? Can somebody please tell me how that happens? They're probably staring me right in the face. I didn't put anything away. That's Charlotte's book. Do, 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 do. You have entered the Twilight Zone. I do this all the time. So busy kibitzing. Well, there the oyster shells are there. I don't want the oyster shells. Oh, truly. Do not. I didn't drop them. They're not on the floor. I just checked out the floor. I must have stuffed them. Oh, maybe I think I see what I did with them. No. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I do apologize. I do apologize. Okay. All better now. Okay. No. Janice, you know that song? I know that song. I cannot believe you know that. Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little kids eat ivy. I got that word wrong. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? Now the words sound queer and funny to your ear. A little bit jumbled and jivey. But mares eat oats and does eat oats and little kids eat ivy. Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little kids eat ivy. Okay, Jen, I hope you feel better. A kid'll eat ivy too, wouldn't you? Yes, pray that the power returns and the Chen's headache goes away. Okay, I had to have a sip of water. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to pick a page. Pick any page. I think I want to use perhaps the pears. I don't even think my sisters know that song or would remember that song. I really don't. My dad and mom had it on, I think, a 78. Is that what they called them? The small records? All right, now what page shall I like to have my pears put upon? I might look, well, let me cut a few out. Let's see here. These scissors might be small. I usually like to just cut out a square so that it's easier to fussy cut. And I'm going to cut right in close to the object. I'm not going to do that. What is it they call it? A cartoon cut. And that little stem with a leaf on it, I will draw that in or whatever. I used to cut, if you can believe it, try to cut out that little branch thing. which is crazy, crazy. Do, 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 do. Over the likes of you. Yeah, I used to watch old movies too. I don't remember that from a movie, but all right, that's a little too much the same, I'm thinking. Whoa. Whoa, Lord, whoa. All right, this is kind of, okay, Ange, welcome home. Hi, Sherry, nice to see you. All right, that's kind of a boring page. Maybe we can spruce that up a tad. Let's just cut out a few pairs. We're just messing around now, girls. Oh, look, it's got the different names. Lori didn't notice the names. Let's keep that together. Bartlett. This is Burr Bosque. Burr. Isn't Burr white? Is that white? Burr. All right, who speaks French? Barbara, do you speak French? Do most Canadians speak French? I like that stem. Is the storm done now, Stephanie? Is it passed through? Do they think everybody that's was affected is already affected and I'm going to leave the name of this one attached. I had a genius idea. Janice, yes, it's white. Janice, you're a genius. I have a couple of those cooking magazines around here somewhere. Haven't considered them for fodder. Yeah, I just thought they were cool looking, images. Gosh, I've had these cut out. I've had these cut out for a long. I might not use the names. I don't know yet. Taylor's Gold. Oh, this would be good to have the word pears. Let me get the word pears. And somewhere I had a new little stencil for small projects. All right, where my husband works. And he's not supposed to work there much longer. Angie says, I can't stand to be in the car with my brother because his mouth never stops. And the radio up as loud as it can be. So she takes the nap. So she doesn't have to hear him. I'm surprised you can fall asleep. That's true. But I have this little pair. Anyway, where my husband works, they started a deal with, I know a girl whose maiden name was Anjou. Was it her maiden name or is that her married name? Might be her married name. I'm going to take this one. Anjou. Did I cut out? Oh, I didn't cut out my leaf on that first one. I want the leaf. Anywho. Heavens, my brain is just going pairs of pears to be paired. There are pairs of pears that need to be paired. You know? See, when you hear Anjou, you think of wine, and I think someone sneezed. I don't know why. I don't like wine. It makes me feel not well. I like the idea of wine. I'm trying to think what this girl's maiden name was. I think her married name is Anjou. She was a student worker of mine, and I should know her last name. It was a lot of years ago. Barbara says Sherry's adorable, and I'm sure that's true. I don't like liver. Where's my other leaf? See, now I almost missed the Anjou leaf. I'm losing control. Okay, so I know, I was telling you about my husband's work. So because it's a nonprofit, I think that's part of the reason, they were contacted, here it is, at some point. Well, Stephanie G, I had this little mini composition book, and I've been inking and marking the pages, like for backgrounds, and I haven't done anything with it yet. Okay, Barb, just got to check on the meat sauce. And I just figured I would do some like little collage stuff in here. Just really hadn't thought much about it. And I've been a little anxious to do something with it. And we're just hanging out because Lisa's not going to be on this evening. And my ball game is probably getting ready to start now. Hey, Carol. Hello. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to cut out some little bits. Anyway, husband, nonprofit, was contacted by Amazon. Amazon, I guess, gets returns and things that they can't use or resell or whatever. They have pallets and pallets and pallets of stuff. So they give it to, I believe, nonprofits. I don't know if they give it solely to nonprofits, but my husband's place of business is a recipient of some of their generosity. And they had asked them what types of things they could use. So I guess when they pallet this stuff up, they do it according to different genre, if you will, of items. So they said they could use office stuff, and they could use cleaning supplies, anything that had to do with pets, certainly. So they have gotten pet food and office supplies, cleaning supplies. But then every once in a while, there'll be some weird stuff on a pallet. that isn't one of those categories that they really can't use. Okay. So his boss said if there's items that the workers can take and use that they could not use, they were welcome to take them. So there's sickle pears. Oh, that's a cute setup there. So anywho, he has on occasion brought some things home. They've been able to set up like a food bank for animals, where folks that are having struggle feeding their pets, they can come pick up food. They've donated the cleaning supplies. There's a church across the street, and if there were any food goods, somebody will take that to a food bank, those kinds of things. But then if there's anything really that they don't have any place to donate it to. So he's come home with a few things. One of them being those plastic sheets that go in a binder that's like a pocket. So I just redid all my stencils and slipped them in those pockets. But now I need to find a binder or something. Like I have them all hooked together with just the rings of a binder, but it's not actually in a binder. And so, sometimes when you have stencils, they kind of like stick to each other, and the little cutout parts, they get all entwined, and it can be miserable. But I had a small one that I kept out for small projects. Now the question is, where did Lori put that? All that to say, I have a small stencil that I purchased at the market. That'll be great for this project. If I can remember where I put it. All right, this is the last one I'm gonna cut out, at least for now. I wonder if it's going to be hot here tomorrow. We haven't been to the pool for a couple days. All right. All right, these little scraps are going to go in the bin. I've got a leaf over there sitting by itself. Oh, I didn't finish my dinner yet either. All right, let's see. I've got one place to look here. That's not it. I might have to, because now I really want a stencil. I've got everything tucked and buried. You see. And I don't see anything else. I'm going to have another bite of my dinner. Gosh, it's really cold. Cold chicken and biscuit. Yes, Angie, I was there, and I'm so jealous. You got a great deal. I was looking online to get one of those. Girl. Jealous. It's got a lot of pages, Ange. Angie got an auction item. A motion picture 1920 something, right, Ange? It's absolutely beautiful. Who was selling that, Ange? I can't. Like Keisha said, she can't believe she could part with it. I mean, I would have a hard time parting with that myself. But I haven't found one yet. I'll eventually buy one because once I get something in my head, oh geez, I have a hard time letting it go. Hard time letting it go. All right, let me just look a few more places before I stink. Maybe I'll put it away. See, that's so odd for me because I put so few things away, girls. I really do put so few things away. It's really quite sad. Quite sad. Yeah, Angela's like a ninja. She swooped in and snagged it. It was a beauty. All right, let's see. Let me get out my 1927. No, you got to wait a couple years. I think I'm sure Janice knows, and maybe Carol. Carol probably knows as well. I think 1924. Anything beyond in print before 1924 is copyright free. So you have to wait, I think, a couple more years. I might be able to use that one. I just want some little doodaddy type thing. Doodaddy. Doodaddy. This is a tablet. I've had this for years and had all these. There's like cardstock. And I've used these for stencils. Let me use one of these. This one looks cool. I have lost my Tim Holtz stencils. I have no idea where I put those. But this is what I did with all my stencils. See all those sleeves. And then I put a paper in between so I can see on each side. Look at me getting all organized. Sometime when I'm at Goodwill, perhaps I shall see one of those big D-ring binders that I'll grab and maybe put them in. It'll be easier to look at them. All right, I'm trying to put my stencils back in their spot. Not always easy, girls. Okay. Now, let me see. I'm going to grab this page is really kind of blah. These two pages. So I'm going to grab a little bit of oxide ink. And I've got some red. Maybe I'll just try that candied apple. So even though I've inked on here, see some of them are a little more intense. And really cool, I think. But I think for the pears, I'm going to use this. Okay, Janice says, I know 1924 and before are usually out of copyright, maybe 1925 this year, but not beyond yet. It's tricky, depends on the work. Some things, like writers' books, can be handed down in trust and are never out of copyright. Yeah, these are like movie magazines. don't know. All right, so I'm just taking some oxide ink here. And this had a little bit of a red color already on this one page. So I'm just trying to pick up on that to make it work. I probably should not have lifted as soon as I did. Doesn't matter. Nobody's going to really look at this book except me and you guys, right? And you're not going to tell anybody. You're not going to tell anybody that I, messed it up. Boy, that would make nice blush on a color page. I'm working on a couple of color pages at night. My zucchini is like ice cold. Ice cold. All right. This is paper that I got. Some stuff I purchased at the one co-op. No messing up in art. Happy apps. Yes, I misspoke. So let me have a little bee. Carol, a Magical Touch Studio, she was doing some really cool backgrounds the other day. That might perhaps go there. And I know somewhere I have not much, but some book page. Who suggested this? I have all this jazz sitting on my desk. Use it. Use it. I just heard my phone ring. My sisters and I usually watch the Phillies game and then chat during the game and, kibitz and complain about what's happening. And my phone just dinged. I'm wondering if perhaps... Oh, that would be fun, Carol. Thank you. That would be fun. And I'm wondering if the Phillies have already loaded the bases with the other team. You see? That's the way it was the other night. It was horrible. I'm really not a sport person, and I don't know why, but I do love my Phillies baseball. All right, this is probably not a good idea, but I'm going to shove that into the crack of the book. I'm doing the crack of the book. And this, I think, is either Mod Podge or... Let me know anytime you're... Oh, okay. I will, Carol. That sounds fun. Let me smush this around. I'm just doing a quick. This is either Mod Podge, I've lost track, or golden. I think it's probably golden. But if it's not, it will stick once it's dry. So we shall know after a while. All right, so let me quick do a little. Now I have some washi tape sitting here that I thought might look good. That might look good. If you're a neat crafter, I apologize. Barb, do you want my autograph? You don't have to stay here. You can let me know in private. We can work it out, girlfriend. Just saying, we can work it out. All right, let's see here. I made all those little tags one time. Who knows for what? They don't go with anything. But they might work with this page. I'm looking for a piece of green cotton fabric that I had out. Atlanta versus, oh, I don't like the Nats. I can tolerate the Atlanta Braves, but I don't like the Nats. Philly rival. Philly rival. And I'm sorry, I don't really mean to offend, but I just have no tolerance for the Mets. None. And that's mostly because the Phillies can't seem to win against the Mets. I don't know why. They just do horrible. All right, this isn't what I'm looking for, but that will work with what I have in my mind's eye. I have a hard time when I have something in my mind letting it go. I have a knot there. I don't know. I guess I was going to use that for something. We can work it out. We can work it out. I can't think of the tune, Barb. Janice doesn't watch baseball unless she wants to nap. It's funny, my 93-year-old neighbor, any sport that's on, she'll watch. She loves it. And she likes golf. She's not as bad as the gal I used to work with. God bless her. She's in heaven now. She liked NASCAR. But oh yeah, right, the Beatles. She would even listen to it on the radio. And our boss would say, really? On the radio? It was just, zoom, zoom, we would laugh. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll do it this way. So I'm going to take a piece of this. And perhaps put that down there. Now, I dumped all my pears somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Carol's taking a pup run. I don't know if any of these really are going to work. I love these images, so maybe I'll remember these for another day. Let's stick with the pairs. Oh, some of these are hard to pinch. Oh, I forget what the ASMR is for. Jenna says, I am a hostage on NASCAR. Her husband watches it. I pretty much am football fan. Yeah, I like football. I like the Eagles. I grew up in this area, and I'm just like my home teams. Okay, I don't want, like, my neighbor, she'll watch any football game that's on. Anyone that's on. Which is great because she's by herself. Something for her to do. She really does love golf. She used to golf. But I only watch the teams, and I don't watch basketball. The only basketball I was ever interested in was when I was a young gal and I was liking the boys in the shorts. That's all. Sad but true. Maybe I'll go there. I'm not used to working in a little tiny book. Not that that matters. I've got, I think a sort of song in my head. Barb, something about while away the hours, something of the flowers. Da 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 da. Dee 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 da 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 dee dee dee. If I only had a brain. Why is that in my head? If I only had a brain. Da dee da 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 dum. Dee 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 dee. Da 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 dee da 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 dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. While away the hours, conversing with the flowers. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I just thought of something I want to do. Oh, dee 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 da 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 dee 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 da 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 da. Ba bum dee 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 dee. What did I do with my ganache? Ba dee 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 dee. Da dum dee 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 dee. Da 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 da. I don't think I put it away. If we while away the hours, conversing with the flowers. Oh, I apologize. I mean, I am just hot mess here with my work area. I mean, really, what triggers one's mind? Well, I can try to use the, I love my script stamp. It's probably one of my favorite things. and I stamp it on a lot of stuff. Get back in the basket. I got a Toto basket right behind me filled with stuff. Oh, and I was looking for that jelly tape. I had a wider jelly tape sitting out on my desk. Truly, I did. And, oh, I might have thrown it in that basket. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get this to... All right, Carol's back. Should I take him out? There's a bit as time goes by where Alistair asks Lionel if he's ever been to Oz. Lionel replies that no, I understand you have to be rendered unconscious by a storm in Kansas to get there. All right, let's just... smashing. That's just smashing. I love it. Don't really see it on the B, but that's all right. It's all right. Now, I'm ready to commit. I'm ready to commit to this going in this spot. So, of course, my husband had EKG and all that jazz done, echocardiogram and all that stuff, right? So he's got all those patches of glue on his torso that he's trying to get rid of. So he comes looking for the alcohol, which, of course, I have here. So that didn't get it off. Hi, Julie Parker. Nice to see you. And that didn't work. So I, trying to be helpful, that's all right, Ange. Yeah, that's some sticky stuff for sure. So this finally came back in stock. This is to, clean junk off your skin. So I said to him, oh, wait, this'll work. So I start scratching his tummy with this. What a wuss. Oh, that's like sandpaper. Well, he wasn't having it. He went and he got the goof off. And I think he finally got it off. Whippy. Yes, Julie. What time is it for you, Julie? It's late, right? Or is it super early? All right, do I want the pear sideways or do I want it straight? I don't think I want it crooked. I sure did have fun inking these pages. If anybody has a little composition book, it really is fun to do. I just did it all at once when I had out my, ink or had out the jelly plate, and then the book's done. All right. And I don't care about it being, stuffed or not being able to close or any of that jazz. I like all that nonsense. Thank you, Carol. I think it's a cute little book. I've got to do the cover. I didn't I sent a couple of these to Keisha's Market, and I did the cover of those, you know, so they didn't look so tacky. I don't know. It's really not. You're sewing? Okay, Ange, that's good. I think I cut out way too many pairs than what I'm going to need. But that's all right. That's all right. All right, I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to use some of that foundry wax. I'm not liking my pear sign. It's kind of blah. So I think I'm going to jazz that up. And as I said earlier, if you don't want to be enabled, look away, go get a drink, go to the potty, because you might be enabled. All right, sweetie. I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your meal. She's got, oh, I don't remember what pair this is. I should have clipped them together. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'll just put the words here, there, and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. I'll put a little leaf right there. Little leaf. Uh-oh, phone. It's my neighbor. Hold, please. Hello? Hello?
Hi, how's Ron doing?
Oh, he's fine. He went to Bible study.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and
that's good.
Yeah, and I'm online streaming with the girls, but I wanted
to. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I wanted to pick up because I didn't want you to worry. Yeah, no, he's feeling fine. Really.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, honey.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay, dear. Okay, honey.
Okay. All righty. Bye-bye. We've kind of adopted each other. And I know she would worry, so I wanted to quick grab that. All right, so I've got a little leaf there. I think I'm going to put that here. Now, where's my... All right, I used the gold. I used this... I didn't use the silver. I wonder what this... I think... I don't know if I want to use... I don't know if I want to use the rusty color. I'm not sure about the statue. That's probably like a bronze, right? It's probably a bronze color. Yeah. I'm leaning towards gold. And I think I want to smear this with my finger. Okay, so I'm going to put some up here. Ooh, came out really fast. Oh, my. I don't want that much. It dries so quick. Woo! Wowzer. Goldfinger. Yeah, she's, my family, my husband's family pretty much is gone. Yeah, he has nieces and nephews, and they're all in Jersey. When we converse occasionally, don't really see them, but his siblings are gone, his parents are gone. And then we have my family, which are about an hour away in Pennsylvania. And of course, we have each other. We're here and we have each other. But my neighbor, 93, she has one son left. and he's 2.5 hours away. And she recently had to give up her cat, and the whole thing. It's just we just need to stay in touch with her. All right, now I'm going to put the heat on this here boundary wax. Cool. Can you tell? Oh, it's hard because the paper is shiny. Now, I don't know what that'll do if you heat it too much. Like embossing powder, if you heat it too much. Oh, I don't know if you can see. It's really a nice gold. Yeah, I don't know if I can find my sweet spot. True story, Jenna says. I had a stress test, sonogram, etc. Fine for a year. Boom, heart attack from a blockage. Oh, honey. Stents put in, fine now, except my doc has left the practice. Just found out yesterday. Oh, that's difficult. Especially when you have someone who knows you, and has been taking care of you. That stinks. I'm using the Fabri-Tac mostly because it sticks down a lot quicker. It kind of looks black on the screen, but it's definitely gold. I wonder how it would look if I put a little bit of that on that green fabric. Maybe I should put it on my finger. Look at, I got it all over my hands. Ew. Boo. Okay, she's getting carried away. I put it on the... Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Oh dear. I love it. It's so cool. Oh, you know what the other thing I have? Where did I put that? Oh my gosh. It's been sitting here forever and I finally moved it. It's extra fine glitter. And it's powder. What are you making? Yo-yos? Ange? Got 5 done, 300 to go? Eee. I saw this lady use the glitter. I had to have it, of course. Oh well, it'll turn up. But it's so pretty, but I haven't used it. It's so fine. You got to mix it with glue. Okay, Julie. Well, what are you working on there? You're making 300. Heavens. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell. All right. So I guess I need a few more pairs. I think what it is I start humming, and then it reminds me of a song, and so then I just go into the song. I've misplaced my fabric scissors. No idea where I put them. I'm going to leave a little bit of this oh, Ange, I bet you I know. Okay, secret. Lips are sealed. I'm going to let a little bit of that ribbon hang off the edge outside of the book. I'm going to take a smoosh of the glue. All right, I'm going to be finishing up this page in a little bit, I think. And I need to get a beverage. I'm going to put my ball game on. All right, I think that pear needs a leaf. Let's see. I know I have leaves here. I wish I had paid. Well, next time I do something like this, I am going to pay attention and keep, you know, the words with the item. Somebody might have to remind me. I should use a baby wipe and clean up that extra glue I have squishing out everywhere. I've got a little bee stamp that I think might look cute. I probably should have inked these pears. What was I thinking? I guess I wasn't thinking. Maybe I need a little cheesecloth under that too. Now I got to keep in mind I put a leaf there, so I've got to keep these pears going in the right direction there. Oops. Oh, bless you. Doesn't it feel great when you do that? All right, have a good snooze. Get a good rest. Sometimes my husband will say, you didn't put the dog. Our dog has been diagnosed with diabetes, and she's always been such a good little dog, and she is having accidents that she never had before. And she just can't help it. She's drinking so much, you know, liquid, and we've already lost 2. I don't want to lose another one. So we're giving her the medicine, but we just can't trust her, you know. So she's got to be in the kitchen at night. And I'll say, you didn't put her in the kitchen. Well, I don't even know I'm falling asleep. I'm just, bam, I'm out. It's not intentional. All right, so now I want to take my little pen here and put a little, put a little line for my leaf and my pear, for my pear. Here's a little tiny leaf. Let's see. He might look cute there. I know. She's so cute. She's such a good dog. When the other 2 were still alive, they were always having accidents, you know. We would always blame it on this dog. Her name is Bella. Bella got blamed for everything. Well, since the other two have been gone, there had been no accidents until she got sick. And poor kid, we've been blaming her. And she doesn't like going in the kitchen. She's very comfortable. She's got a nice bed. She's got lots of room. She just wants to be, in the living room with me. Okay, so I made my little stems. All right, so I think what I need now is, I have that little stamp. Let's see if I can find my little bee stamp. I think I'd like to put a couple of little bees here, there, and everywhere. Fine. And I had it out earlier, so I don't know if I put it away or if I have it out still. Here it is. Now, I generally like to put some kind of an edging around to kind of pull your eyes in. So I think I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab one of my distress crayons. Crackling Campfire, orangey red. I think. Well, this one might be better. Hold on. What's this one? Festive Berries. It kind of matches. I think I'm going to try the Festive Berries. Didn't even know I had Festive Berries. Okay. And I just, of course, saw my Winkostella. Is this the clear? Let's put a little bit of that on the highlight and in the white of the pear. I do like Miss Sparkle. You guys won't be able to see that, but I can. And of course, I could put that on the wings of my bee, my big bee there. Lovely. Ooh, just lovely. Now, sometimes when I rub this on, good night, Carol. And I'm going to be finishing up here in just a few moments myself. Sometimes when I rub this on, I'm a little too heavy-handed. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to put some down on my glass work thing, work table, work mat, whatever they call it. And I'm going to take my water brush. And just zhuzh around like that. Zhuzh. Bring some in around the corner. Kind of blend it in. This trick I learned from Laura Sullivan too. She had a lot of good ideas, that gal. That helps a little bit. Julie, I'm getting ready to go, sweetie. I'm so glad you got back before I cut out, because I didn't want you to come back and we were all gone. All right, so that's my little page, my first page in my, didn't turn out too badly. I think I probably should put a date on here. See, I'm terrible at dating. Thanks, Janice. I'm terrible at dating things. And then when I go back, I can't remember. And I'm trying to get in a better habit of doing that. Let me dry a little spot over here. I'm just going to put the date. So I've got some Lincoln Stella. I've got some Foundry Wax. Now, today is my, thank you, Janice, 6/13, my little Yaya's birthday. 6/13/22. That didn't turn out so good. My two got a little wonky. Thank you, Julie. Or 13 June 22. Yes, that's what I should have put in honor of my little Yaya. All right, so that's it for me. Thanks for letting me pop into your evening. Don't forget, keep Lisa in your thoughts and prayers. And we've got Marty Steele had surgery. She's recuperating, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And Stephanie G had the bad storm, right? A lot of folks are having hot weather, yes. So let's just keep each other in our thoughts and prayers, okay? All right, it's so nice to be able to spend some time with you guys. I'm sorry I missed Sunday, but I really do appreciate you being so supportive and keeping my hubby in your thoughts and prayers as well. I appreciate that so very much. All right, I'm off to see my baseball game. And let's see, tomorrow is Tuesday. So we've got Kathy Berg. And we've got maybe either Lisa or Tanya. And we've got Beth in the evening, right? Oh, no, I'm forgetting somebody probably. Not intentional. But, all right. Good night, all. Take care. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Beth at 6. Thanks, Janice. Have a good night. Bye-bye.